Jason, there's some criminal activities going on in WWE right now.
I mean, the former owner is being sued for those activities.
That's not even the criminal activity. Right now we can look past that because of what they are doing to our boy Truth.
Wonderful start to the episode.
You ruined it. It's your fault.
We can restart it.
No, it's funny now. We committed to the bit. You just made the bit unfunny.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Curb Stomp podcast. We have a lot to talk about. Some releases or letting people walk as it should be actually qualified as have happened over last week that we've been got news over. Money in the Bank, this weekend, so is Worlds Collide. On the same day, people qualify for Money in the Bank. A bunch of stuff is happening. We're recording this Thursday. So everyone knows. We don't know what's happening. Well, you know what's happening somewhat tomorrow. There's 2 tag matches with Money in the Bank qualifiers, and that's...
They've only announced 1 tag match. The other one was just that all the men will be on the show.
That's fun. I love my doggies barking too. But yeah,
it's been a week. Let's talk news. Cena explained why he was retiring. I can't do those lifts anymore because my body's so beat up. So as soon as I got that jagged pill of like, oh man, I'm never gonna overhead press 374 pounds again. John, you're fucking inhuman. Shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
But let's work to see what's the best I can do today. Is when I knew I was all wraps.
John, if you're all wraps, can you make this better? Because this tour has been quite bad.
Logan Paul addressed his peers. It's my understanding that some of my peers are not happy that I get these shots so quickly in my career. Let me break it down for you. In your simple brains, do you think I'm here because I go viral? You see the numbers. You think that's why I'm here? No, the reason I'm giving this opportunity so early in my career is because it's A, because I'm fantastic, but B, because I've been giving those impressions for a decade now. And with those impressions come an audience, a fan base, eyeballs. People watch what I do. They care what I do, whether they're on my team and they want me to win, rather they're waiting for me to fail. It doesn't matter. They're watching, and the currency, and that's the currency, attention. So my question for the people who have a problem in my position with WWE is, who's watching you?
Not me.
You're not watching anyone other than Logan Paul?
No, I'm not watching Logan Paul.
Yes, you are. Are you watching Money in the Bank?
We're playing D&D at that time.
I will be at work.
Oh yeah, fuck you. I'll be playing D&D at that time. I'll probably have Money in the Bank on the side, but
Karrion Kross then responded to Logan Paul. This person who believes that everyone has a problem with him, it's not about him. Anyone could be him.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
I mean, Bad Bunny's better.
Agree to disagree.
Bad Bunny is better.
Bad Bunny has bad music.
And you think Logan Paul is good music?
It's every day, bro, with that Disney Channel flow. You know, that might have been Jake.
No, that was Logan.
Yeah, it's every day, bro, with that Disney Channel flow.
Shut the fuck up. Bad Bunny has good music. Do I understand half of it? No. But it's good. I vibe.
WWE has scheduled an episode of NXT at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia on Tuesday, August 19th. The significance of this comes as AEW recently announced a multiple show residency at the venue, which will start a week later.
I like how WWE's actually competitively going after them when they can't even make a good show themselves.
We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, I know we carved out a whole section of what the fuck.
We're going to talk about that because I might crash.
Yeah.
You ready for the most shocking news to come out of the week? How has the last 2 years of Money in the Bank booking been?
You have a huge problem with it because you focus on men's wrestling more than I do.
But overall, men's, women's, as a whole, Has it been good or has it been bad?
I mean, the women's side of things has been great.
It's been okay.
No, we've had 2 great cash-ins.
Great cash-ins, but the run as a whole, with the Money in the Bank briefcase.
It doesn't matter what the fucking run is. Like,
But, Grayson, the entire run, how has it been compared to the years before the last 2?
the women's fantastic. The men's subpar.
Triple H is not like Money in the Bank.
Do you know why?
Huh?
He never won it. He doesn't know how to book it.
He never won it. He never got cashed in on. He never was in a match where it got cashed in on. He was never around Money in the Bank.
Because he would either A, he didn't allow it, or B, he doesn't know how to book it because he's never been involved in it. Like, and that's fine. If he doesn't know how to book it because he's never been around, like never physically done it, that's perfectly fine. Have someone else book your Money in the Bank. But still. It's a good thing to have.
Elektra Lopez feels she wasn't given a fair opportunity in WWE. I was on TV that Friday. People were getting released while we were at work, and I thought, oh, shit, okay, well, maybe I dodged this bullet this round. I get home. It was about 2:30 in the afternoon, and I get a call, and they told me the news, and no reason given, nothing. But again, I'm not saying anything bad about anybody because I don't want to. That's misconstructed. But I had worked so hard for this, and I feel like I wasn't given a fair opportunity. If I was given an opportunity and I failed, then I can understand. But you didn't really give me an opportunity to show you what I can do. When I'm more than just a manager where whatever, I'm not even going to say that. You brought me up to be in this role, and you put me in a box, and then you cut me because it didn't work out. But you didn't let me open that box and show you what I could do. You know I was very surprised. Got no explanation of what the reason was. It's just, that's it. So I was very shocked. It was actually a year to the day I had gotten called up to the main roster. So I'm like, oh, wonderful.
She's right. I mean, the fact that I don't even know a lot of people in her group when she was around. I know Santos. I know Berto. I don't know which one's Berto and which one's the other one.
I do.
That just might be me not paying attention to them.
It is.
This dog just doesn't shut the fuck up.
That's a rough situation.
Okay.
The dog?
Yeah, it's rough.
Shut the fuck up.
The dog gets me. The dog left.
No, the dog just doesn't stop barking.
MVP on why he has zero respect for Triple H and talks about how he chose to book certain talent. Let's just say this. Bobby Lashley was a 2-time champ. After he took over, Lashley was reduced to the mid-card. Bobby Lashley is a bankable, marketable guy, and he just got reduced to mid-card whatever. What I said specifically in response to the person on my Instagram page was, you see it. It's my opinion of how he chooses to book certain talents. Some people say all the time, oh, MVP's just griping. MVP's just crying. Okay, well, watch the program. Who were the people in the top spots under his leadership? Who were given the opportunities? And I'm not talking about NXT. I'm talking about the main show. I have my opinions based on my personal experiences. And at some point on my podcast, I'll talk about it and I'll go in depth about my issues with that man. And I'll be honest with you, my issues have nothing to do with race. My issues have to do with him as a person and our personal interactions and things that he said and did that caused me to have zero respect for him.
I'm going to be real with you. Bobby Lashley is in this bank of like old wrestlers where you got to look good and you got to move good, but you fail to hit that third part. Like, you gotta connect with the audience. I don't think Bobby Lashley connects with the audience. It's kind of hard to when you look like a Greek god, but like,
I think my favorite part about that, and you'll laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the current tag champion in AEW? The mid-card championship.
They are.
Yeah.
Bobby and Chilton. Yeah.
Mariah May has been removed from AEW's official roster page. She's a free agent now. Here comes TNA.
Real. They needed help.
Mariah May is expected to join WWE in the near future. Look, that's months away.
Yeah, like Evolution. Maybe? Yeah.
Evolution.
That makes sense.
A long-time company employee believed that if WWE does run Mania in Saudi Arabia, it'll be later in the year and be called along the lines of Super WrestleMania.
I would kill myself.
So not officially Mania, but
we will cover AEW. I'm not kidding you. You thought I was kidding during that one episode. No, we will cover AEW.
Stephanie Vaca is now a member of the Raw roster.
Let's go.
And then got instantly announced for a match against Liv and Ivy Nile.
Fastest call up ever?
Jordan Grace.
Oh, yeah, Grace did.
Grace debuted after her and got called up at the same time.
You're right. You're right.
That's just me shooting free throws.
Oh,
whoa, wait, no.
Was Ricky after or before Jordan?
Ricky was after. Ricky was only there for like a month and a half.
Jesus Christ.
I was going to say, wait, it actually is Ricky. I was going to say, Ricky.
We forget that Ricky exists in the WWE.
Ricky Saints pulled up, won the next North American title, had a 1.5 month feud with Ethan Page, and then got called up. Yeah. MVP thinks Hogan should be disqualified from Pro Wrestling's Mount Rushmores.
Correct.
Real. You know, Bianca, if it wouldn't be good for you and your mama to be in a wheelchair, Naomi to Bianca.
So say, what the fuck are you on about?
And then Naomi made it to Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Awesome from Naomi.
People think Naomi's winning it. We'll talk about that later.
R-Truth made his weekly appearance on TV making fun of JC Motto.
Yeah.
Is that your son, Big Dog? To Solo. We have undashing Chelsea Green now.
Yeah, she broke her nose.
Yeah. The Wyatt Six yet again pulled up and just wreaked havoc to everyone.
That's it, should.
Javon Evans made a SmackDown debut.
He did. It was to push up Worlds Collide. People were confused.
With no pop. He did not get a pop.
That's because I think a lot of people also forget that as big as the WWE population is, a small portion watches NXT. And another smaller portion watches also AEW. So.
Zelina wants the Zelina wants the US title. Clearly, she holds
That's crazy because I think she has it.
Julia wants the US title.
I'm telling you, a Julia versus Grace trilogy for the US title will feed families.
Andrade advanced to Money in the Bank.
Okay.
We got our last Money in the Bank qualifier on the men's side announced. CM Punk.
Yeah.
AJ Styles.
Awesome. Yo, two unks, but yeah, great. Awesome.
And then a Starbucks drink. El Grande Americano. I saw that tweet and I'm like, yeah, I can't respect him by calling him El Grande. He's a Starbucks drink.
So CM Punk or AJ Styles, right?
Yeah. CM Punk has such an argument too. Punk was such a clear winner.
3-time Money in the Bank winner at that point. Because literally, if you look at the field right there, the only person that maybe give him a run is Seth, maybe Penta, maybe.
You'll hear my prediction later.
Like maybe Penta gives over. Like that's a tiny portion, but Seth is definitely the front runner currently. Before that,
I'm gonna say this
match,
before
right?
I get to predictions, and I'll say it when we get to predictions. If fucking a luchador who's American from New Mexico grabs that Money in the Bank briefcase and wins it, we are covering AEW. It's New Mexico.
Is it starts right now? We're just going to cover AEW.
El Grande Americano is Mr. Money in the Bank.
He hasn't qualified yet. It's CM Punk or AJ Styles. It has to be, right?
I thought about the final boss asking me for my soul and the entire world theorizing what he meant. Scary part was he was 100% serious, and no matter how many times I say no, the offer still stands. Cody Rhodes on the Rock.
Yeah.
John to Cody and Jace called them the professional wrestling's biggest wannabes. John Cena, you're mad because Logan Paul does WWE better than any pro wrestler. What are you guys arguing about? Are you going to go back there and polish his Peacemaker?
The best line from that whole promo.
So I have a big issue with the Cena Logan tag team. Did you see the clip of them trying to come up with the tag team name?
I'm gonna be real. The names they threw out weren't horrible.
Dude, they were fucking fire.
Team 6 goes crazy.
I just appreciate Logan. Like, hey, is this how we make a tag team name? Yeah, what you thinking? Cena, the Human Centipede. Can I be the middle?
Have you ever seen a clip of John Cena when they're talking about like
Guilty pleasure movies.
Guilty pleasures, and everyone's like fighting Nemo. They're like kids movies, and he throws a porno.
He's like, it's a guilty pleasure, guys. Guys, it's a guilty. I remember your tweet was, man, John Cena might be the only man in the world who understands what the word guilty pleasure means.
Bro's a gooner.
But Heel Team 6 went so hard.
It goes so hard. And even the other option that he put out was the WWE. It doesn't make much sense, but it kind of still works.
And then I love what Cena said. Just imagine Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso standing in the ring, and they announce, and now for their opponents, the WWE. You have your top two baby faces going up against a team called the WWE.
Yeah, if they come up with like a different like name for the acronym, like it's not World Wrestling Entertainment, definitely would be better.
Yes.
But Heel Team 6 goes fucking crazy. I hope they don't keep them together because that'd be horrible. But
they better steal the name Heel Team 6.
Seth's group still doesn't have a name.
But they need 3 more members.
Well, they still Team 6 doesn't have 6.
2 more members. 2 more.
Honestly, they could just steal the WWE for Seth's group.
No.
It'd be better.
No. Give it to Logan. Give Logan the tag team name, the WWE. No. A Mello fan voices his opinion on Mello not being booked.
Oh, this thing.
And Ricochet was like, the big prize is working for WWE. Shouldn't that be enough? Sounds selfish to me for wanting more because everyone got mad at him for the same reason for leaving.
Ricochet, you also had a Mania match that you showed your talents off of on. You've been Intercontinental Champion before. You've done the work. You've gotten the rewards for it. Shut the fuck up.
Rikishi's not happy with Jey Uso's booking, being in a tag team.
None of us are.
No.
Rikishi, for once, is not just speaking out of his ass.
Yeah. Rhea Ripley was probably the most annoying person on the Tudum stage. Did you see the clip?
She got a pop in a group full of non-wrestling fans.
And then,
shut the fuck up.
And then she said "mommy" twice in this while she was talking.
I've been super clear with you. I don't like the mommy stuff continuing. You know that.
Yes, she was on stage with Liv fucking Morgan, and I was more annoyed by Rhea Ripley than Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan's character is to be annoying.
It's very fitting those two on the stage during Pride Month.
Add Jarrett. I'll fast forward to Tuesday with this. Actually, no. Someone tweeted out, man, if Mariah May joins WWE, no one's ready for the lesbian storyline between Liv Morgan and Mariah May.
People are pitching Dom and Mariah. I'm like, dude, that's a gay woman.
Yeah.
Have you watched any AEW clip? Her and Tony were in a really bad lesbian situationship.
The plot that went through my head. I'm like, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to DM it to you.
I can't wait to see what this says.
Tell me that was not that relationship.
No, that was a Tony Storm Mariah May relationship.
I just won't say it on here.
Please go watch
Liv and Dom kissed, and then the announcer was like, that's all you got for us? And Liv was like, gum, I got gum.
Dom's wife has the strongest soldier that any god has sent down on this planet.
Dude, Dom got the perfect wife for his work. Because god damn it, how many? If you were at one point, you could argue it's at this point a love rectangle.
No,
of
it's
Liv,
it's
Roxy,
Pentagon
and
now.
yeah,
Tiffany's in that
yeah.
as well.
It's like all those women, and it's your husband, and it's like, yeah,
It's not even like if it happened one time. Like if I would okay, I'm putting myself in Dom's wife's shoes. If it happened one time, the one kiss at SummerSlam, right? Okay, be like, all right.
yeah. I would have been fine. Like
You-
the one time Via licked him. Oh well.
It was like, yeah, sure. Like this is all on screen. The one kiss. The to Dom thing was like, I'm like, that's a little like off air, kind of like off the cuff. Would you actually be okay with that? Like that's
I mean, I think it was also to dumb, just kind of like put them in this moment of you have
Yeah.
to, because
But,
like they were doing like a kiss cam kind of thing, and they went to them.
yeah, but
It's like
Dom's
to dumb shouldn't have done that. To be fair,
wife, Dom's wife, strongest soldier of them all. I have so much respect for her
yes.
because I'm a jealous motherfucker. I'd not be able to handle that.
Oh my lord. El Hijo del Vikingo is the new AAA Mega Champion.
Who could have seen that coming, man? It's a
Right.
surprise.
Time to talk to sad news. This company broke like rule number 3 in the company. Rule number 1 is don't be shitty people.
They break that rule all the time. So
But like shitty, like on air shitty. Don't be Hulk Hogan on air. You
they
know
break
what I
that
mean.
all the time.
Grayson, for the agenda I'm about to push, ride with me here.
Okay.
Rule number 2, never make John Cena a heel. Because it's
Clearly.
never gonna go well.
Clearly.
And number 3, they broke of do not cut our truth. And when I tell you, wrestling Twitter, I don't think I've all once been community like fuck you, Triple H.
I think a lot of people like grew a consciousness. Like they grew consciousness. Like a lot of times I'm on Twitter, I'm like, these people aren't real. Like they're like they have to be bought. They definitely are real people. But like I just saw like a whole class consciousness wake up when Truth got released.
Dude. I'm gonna go pull up his tweet.
Dude, the amount of fucking replies.
That's why.
The amount of likes.
It had 22 million views, 282,000 likes, 44,000 retweets, and 20K comments.
Poor Truth's phone.
And let me read you some of the people who commented.
Yeah.
Outside of WWE, just Twitter space relevant, and then indie stars, Dijak.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna find my excuse to mention Dijak. Who on most of the tweets Dijak comments on would have ratioed somebody, but didn't come close. It's the truth. Wrestling news, a Kenny for your thought, Super Zom, RG3.
Mm-hmm.
Tribal wrestling, a sports podcast had Gronk make an AI image of Tony Khan and Triple H as clowns.
Nick Khan, but
Nick Khan. And now let's look at the wrestling side of like AEW/WWE wrestlers. Rhea Ripley,
of course.
Alexa Bliss, Naomi and Bianca had a little beef, and they're like, "I hate you. I hate you too. I hate that. I hate this more than I hate you." Oh no, it was Jay.
I was gonna say, I think someone replied about Truth being released, and I said I'm working on getting Jade released instead.
Yeah. Ricochet, Bailey, Zelina, Shotzi, who's not with the company but still wrestling. It still has Shotzi WWE in the name.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna jump your report a little bit because I know you're gonna talk about it in a little bit. The reports came out shortly after this that a lot of WWE talent is really upset, rightfully so. I mean, again, this man debuted before Roxanne Perez was alive.
Do you want an interesting fact? And I am like 99% certain of this fact because everyone else I found who I could think of who would have qualified for the stat.
Mm-hmm.
R-Truth was with the company for a total of over 20 years.
Yeah.
Last stint being 17, which was the bulk of it, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many other wrestlers in 20 years have never won a world championship in the company?
Jake the Snake Roberts, Was he there that long?
Not 20 years.
Piper?
I'll double check Piper. Not 20 years. There's not a lot of guys who were there 20
Let's
years.
say there's not many of those. I know there's a few names out there that you're like, oh, they never won a world championship.
Let me double check.
20 years is a long fucking time, especially in wrestling.
No, because he jumped around a lot. He went to WWF. He was an Extreme Championship, Jake the Snake. He was all over the place.
I'm trying to think. It's clearly it's not any like the big guys like late 90s, early 2000s.
But I'm checking Naughty Piper too real quick.
Because I know one of those guys, like, I know both of them never won a world championship. I don't think.
Not that 20 years.
Okay.
Actually, he might have been. He might have been 10.
He was there for a long time.
Well, that's 10, 11 years.
He also might have been there before it was called WWF. So
12 years.
He's doing math right now, guys.
19 years. He was 1 year off.
Yeah.
And for the agenda, I'm going to say you had to get it to 20.
That's reasonably so.
But R-Truth, the only WWE wrestler to ever be with the company for 20 or more years and never win the world title.
Yeah.
Only one.
He should have won it, man.
He should have won it.
At some
53
point.
years old.
Mm-hmm.
The other guys who will end up reaching that number here soon, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Randy has broken 20 years.
Yeah, it was 20 years last year.
Rey Mysterio will hit 20 years here soon with WWE.
He hit it 2 years ago.
Left. Oh yeah, he did. Those were the only two guys even close. Cena, I think Cena's technically hit it.
Cena debuted in 2003.
So he's hit it technically because he's been under contract the whole time and has wrestled every year. But Truth has been with his company 20 years. Actually, the Miz is the one coming up on 20. Miz is coming up on 20. And he has a world title.
He's got 2.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Only time he left was when they let him go the first time, early into his career, and he went to another show and won the world title.
He went to TNA.
At any point during the last 17 years, he could have left.
Mm-hmm.
Especially early 2010s when he was this tough heel. He could have left and gotten a bag from TNA.
Mm-hmm.
He stayed. Even when he stopped being booked, he stayed and turned into a more comedic character. Yeah. And excelled as a comedic character.
It's Truth is so versatile too. I think we all forget that heel run was really good.
Yeah.
Like
Awesome Miz was outstanding.
That too. Like
he main evented Survivor Series against Rock and Cena. like people talk about what he's done comedy wise. He main evented a big 4 PLE against Rock and Cena.
Like, of course, you have those moments where he makes people break all the time. Those are some of the most classic moments. Like it was littered my feel when he got released. But like, there's one image in my mind when I think about R-Truth. It's him taking a fucking cigar during Capital Punishment and lighting that shit mid-match. Diabolical shit.
Well, I mean, like, you got the infamous Money in the Bank moment before he truly became a funny character.
Yeah.
You have his 48,000 24/7 championships.
Mm-hmm.
Saying he's going to eliminate Paul Heyman from the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Everything he's done the last year. Tommaso Ciampa, Shawn Michaels. Truth found a way to make someone laugh every damn time he was on that screen.
Certified Hall of Famer, but you don't release the guy.
The theory is Cena had caught word of this happening and was hoping, his hope was
one last match that get him over.
Him demanding a match would help TKO / Triple H, because it did come out that Triple H played a part in deciding it was Truth.
Yeah.
Was enough to make them realize how much worth Truth had left.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really why he pushed for Truth on his retirement tour over some other wrestlers.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, apparently TKO basically came with Triple H, said you need to cut some money. You need, like, some of the contracts cannot be renewed. You can choose, but you have to choose who goes away. And he was like, I'm letting Truth walk. I'm like,
so from the rumor I saw was they did offer Truth a new contract.
Yeah, it was
but
probably
lowballed it.
Yeah,
They
lowballed
lowballed
the
it. And Truth declined it because you're with the company 17 years and it was probably a few $100,000 cut.
Yeah.
Because he's still probably not making money like that.
I think he might be making decent chunk of change. If it was like, honestly, if it was like, we're going to let you go, but we're going to re-sign you. I know a lot of sports teams do that, where they'll let the guy go, let him walk for like the waiver period, and then re-sign him to a slightly lower contract, just get away from the money. That would be fine. But like, there's no sign of that. It's like, I think they just let him walk.
Theory is his contract itself is $550K.
$550K? That's it?
Yeah. $550,000, yes.
For a guy who's been with you 20 years. Yeah, I'm paying that.
They think he makes a total of $3 million annually between deal with 2K, merchandise, and social media.
That comes with the price of doing business. You're paying Roman Reigns $15 million for just working 2 shows a year.
Man, crazy because TK also wants to renegotiate that deal.
I'm sorry, but if TKO somehow manages to have them release Roman Reigns, this company's doomed.
AEW.
I'm serious. No, if you seriously are that pissed about your money going down the drain for a guy who's made you more than $15 million a year, and you're like, actually, we want to rework your deal, and we're gonna if you don't cooperate,
if you're gonna throw that big of a fit over Truth, who's definitely made you more than $550K over the last month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had a best-selling shirt when he left.
Yes, and they took it off the store.
And honestly, I really hope AEW does the thing where they sign him just because there's so many WWE talent in that company and have him work as even just a character, not even like a wrestler, in the backstage and just
retire.
He might, but if AEW will give him a bag, they will.
I don't know if he'd chase a bag, honestly.
But if their pitch is like Tony
my theory is he's gonna sign a Legends contract within the next year. And it's going to be like enough where he is financially supported for the rest of his life.
Mm-hmm.
They can still do occasional merch drops for Truth. He'll still make irregular appearances, maybe 4 or 5 a year, just to do something funny backstage at PLEs. He might host a Mania, which Truth hosting a Mania would go crazy.
What I want Tony Khan to do is to walk in the room with R-Truth and be like, here's a bag, here's my pitch. You're going to be a character almost exclusively backstage. We have a lot of former WWE talent, and you're just going to act like you've never left the WWE. You just can't say WWE. And
Christian!
You're like, let's go, Sean! What's up, D? And be like,
Keith Lee! What's up, Edge? My name's Adam. No, Edge, don't play with me, Edge. Help the Edge. You and Christian still tag team, man.
It's all I want.
What's up, Daniel Bryan?
No, it's Brian Daniels.
No, it's Daniel. I remember you, Goathead. Yes.
It'd be an all-time character.
Dude, honestly, number one power rankings 8 weeks running every time he pops
Seriously.
There would be, what? Seth Rollins just had the greatest streak in wrestling history, but Truth went over and called him Edge. Called him Edge on AEW broadcasting. Sorry, Seth. Go to the side.
Yeah.
But that was not the only WWE release.
It's something that matters.
No, Carlito. Carlito had a good ass treat with it too.
No.
My contract is up in 2 weeks. It will not be renewed. On top of that, WWE is demanding I pay back the money they paid me for apparently stealing money from the company. I've had my lawyers look into it, and after viewing my footage on Netflix for the past months, they suggested I pay them back the money. All jokes aside, gracias WWE and especially the WWE universe. P.S. I'll reappear in another 13 years.
I'm fine with Carlito leaving. He wasn't out of anything.
And apparently, for the first half of that tweet, Karrion Kross believed it. Because Scarlett just tweeted the first half of your tweet had Kevin in a tizzy.
I can't believe Karrion Kross. His real name is Kevin. He doesn't look like a Kevin.
Do you know what his middle name is?
No. Is it like Adam?
Even more generic.
Steve.
Robert. He is Kevin Robert Kaiser. He
I'm gonna-
cross.
He doesn't look like a Kevin. I'm of a real. And anytime, like, because I know Scarlett mentions him as Kevin a lot of the time, and it always throws me through the fucking loop because I'm like, that motherfucking ain't named Kevin.
Jason, you ready for the list for the day?
Well, another talent got released that a lot of people were actually celebrating. Valhalla is going to be released.
Oh, Valhalla got
yeah.
That was the one no one cared for. I forgot she was on the roster. I thought she already got released.
Well, she just had a baby.
Aww.
Apparently, her online activities have shown that she is much more like Hulk Hogan than you want to believe.
Oh, that she has goat horns.
No, those are deer horns.
Deer horns. I don't. All right, Grayson, you ready for the list for today?
Mm-hmm.
There's a total of 7 wrestlers who have over 10 million followers on Instagram. Past or present, name them.
Roman Reigns.
Number 7, he is the newest addition.
Really?
He is the newest addition. That's why this list came out.
That's kind of surprising. He's kind of like he was going crazy on social media. Rhea Ripley.
You're still at 1. Rhea's not at 10.
Rhea hasn't passed that yet.
I'll pull up my Instagram.
I'm sorry. I thought the Gooner bait would have been enough.
Let me pull up my Instagram so as you guess these, I can tell you the numbers.
The Rock's up there.
Number 1, 30 something million. Rhea's only at 6 mil, pretty much 5.9.
We gotta get that up, guys.
Rock is at 393 million, more than the rest of the list combined.
John Cena.
John Cena's number 3 at 21.1 mil.
Batista
is not on the list.
Really, Drax the Destroyer is not on the fucking list.
Batista is at 5.6 million, less than Rhea Ripley.
Real.
You are
Stone
missing
Cold?
2 4. Stone Cold is not on the list.
Wow. HBK?
Not on the list.
Triple H?
Stone Cold doesn't also have an Insta.
That makes a lot of sense then.
Shawn Michaels has less than 500,000.
We're the greatest wrestler of all time.
448,000. Triple H 7.6 million. I will say this. Actually, I'll give you 2 or 3 more guesses before Randy. No, I'll give you one more guess and then I'll give you a big hint.
Rey Mysterio.
Randy is at 7.2 million. Ray is at 4.8. Every single wrestler on this list has done stuff outside of WWE.
Oh, okay. So they've done at least some acting or sports.
More sports, acting.
Is one Lesnar?
Lesnar's not on here.
Good. Is one Goldberg?
Goldberg is not on here.
Good.
There's one current wrestler you have not named.
Is Seth up there?
Seth is not on there.
Just say like
you are thinking
Punk?
you are thinking too much into wrestler. You are thinking of full-time people right now.
Yeah, Punk.
Punk is not on there.
Who would be that high? That's Heyman?
Not Heyman. We have talked about him this episode.
McAfee?
Not McAfee.
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul is number 2.
Shut the fuck up. I hate that.
McAfee is at 2.7 million in
I just feel like he'd be a lot higher. He's like
I think it's just Twitter is the insane one. Twitter is his crazy one.
I'll look it up right now.
I got it. I already have Twitter open.
Wow, bro's got Twitter open.
Yeah, because I have news.
He's at
McAfee
3.3.
on Twitter is at 3.2.
That's crazy.
You are missing 4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6. And they've done stuff outside of WWE. None of them are women, are they?
2 women, 1 man.
Whoa! The Bellas?
Nikki Bella, number 6, 10.4 million.
That makes sense.
4 and 5 are left. 1 woman, 1 man.
I know.
One's an actor, one acts, did another sport.
Another sport.
No longer with WWE.
Is it AJ?
Not AJ.
So I was like, she acted.
which he was also really prominent in another sport before coming over to WWE.
It's gonna be like gymnastics. I'm not gonna fucking
Former WWE WrestleMania main eventer.
Ronda Rousey. Yeah.
Ronda Rousey is number 4 at 17.1 million. You're missing the one male at 11.5 million. And I'm telling you, all of his followers came from acting. And he is not someone you directly think of when it came to acting.
Fuck. Jesus.
He was in Austin and Alley. Does that help you?
No!
I don't know if you watched this show.
I watched the show when I was 10.
Yeah, but you'd remember him.
Not really.
I'm pulling up his IMDb.
It's gonna come.
The TV guide. He's been in shit. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. I know he was in Great Ali. Oh, they pulled up the fucking TV show. That was apparently named after him.
TV show named after him? Edge?
Well, not Edge.
Is it Samoa Joe? Because he was in Twisted Metal.
No.
Oh.
So, sorry, he was in Pair of Keys on Austin and Alley. He was in Longest Yard, Get Smart, Magruder, Kachushi.
Wait, okay, he's in Longest Yard. Is it the? No, it's not. It's not him. No.
Finish.
It's not him. No.
Finish the
shittiest
sentence.
Hall of Famer of all time.
Finish the sentence.
The Great Khali.
The Great Khali is at 11.5 million Twitter Insta followers.
How?
He's the Great Khali.
How? That's crazy. I didn't think Great Khali had that motion, man.
Dom has an expensive shoe chase, wanting to get getting a $3,600 pair of shoes.
Maybe you'll get it. What the fuck is up with shoes being expensive?
Dude,
at this?
I don't get it because I'm looking at the shoes and those look generic as shit.
Like I kind of get Jordans.
He got a Travis Scott Jordan shoe for $3,600. Liv's most expensive was $1,500.
We also have to talk about Liv Morgan a little bit.
We will. We are getting there. Slim Jim and WWE have expanded their partnership.
Did you see the photo?
Yeah.
Did you remember that Kenny Omega quote of we're gonna Mr. Beast versus Logan Paul as WrestleMania main eventer? We're very close to it already.
Jason, what'd you say when you said to Miller
What?
about Doug Kramer?
Because I know what's gonna happen. I can see the future. But why does Jay Uso look like a fucking Ronald McDonald? Also, they put the Slim Jim logo on the fucking tables?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
We had an interesting Elena Black interview over the weekend. The one I'll start with is the less drama-filled one. Well, not drama, more traumatic one. She was once told she wasn't going to be world champion because she looks like she couldn't crack an egg.
I don't know. She looks like she could never crack an egg. I don't know what the fuck people.
Do we want to talk about the other one with her?
Yes, just because she got a lot of shit over the last few years.
Reveals that in January 2023, she ended up in an emergency surgery due to an ectopic pregnancy that had failed and exploded and led to internal bleeding.
Yeah. So, a lot of people gave her shit over the last few years over her timeout, and I'm glad she's safe. Like, that's a scary situation in any situation.
Yes.
A lot of people are fucking weird about it. If you read the comments of that post, I think the comments got turned off in that post. But People are being fucking weird.
The ones under the Wrestle Up ones.
Yeah.
And it was supportive
There's definitely some support, yeah.
on Wrestle Ops.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a lot of Braun Breaker stuff in that interview.
Maybe let's not talk about that. When a woman just came out about her life being in severe danger.
And I said in that interview. In that interview, not in the tweet.
I know, but
a lot of the tweets under that were, "This is not about Braun Breaker. Stop bringing up Braun Breaker."
No, but a lot of people were talking about Braun Breaker stuff. I'm like,
did you watch the interview?
I watched part of it, but
she apparently threw a lot of shades towards someone, and it was very clear the shade was Ad Breaker.
I don't think it was Ad Breaker. I think it was whoever he got with. I don't remember who he got with. But like that's whatever. Like, yeah, sure, but like that's just people being people. That's relationships inside that locker room. But no, but a lot of people were like, that could be Braun Breaker's kid. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. That woman went through hell.
Yeah.
People are weird.
Michael Cole was in a tank top for Raw.
Tank
top being a loose term, a jersey. It's because of the bet. It was in a TJ McConnell jersey.
Of all people, of all pitchers of all time.
I respect it.
Is it because of the white man?
Probably.
I'm going to be so with you. I'm pretty sure that Pat brought it to him.
Oh, 1,000%. Pat has good taste. He's public. CM Punk about Cena. He's public enemy 1. He sold his soul to a bald, frauded goof.
Yeah.
Io and Liv were face to face.
Real.
A re-sign R-Truth or Riot sign was on Raw.
Oh. Goat. The goat.
Stephanie Valkyrie got a massive pop.
As she deserves.
We Want Truth chants broke out during the women's match.
Yeah.
And then Stephanie Valkyrie advanced to Money in the Bank.
Let's fucking go. Go to Money in the Bank of all time.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that when we get to the predictions.
Sheamus said his career outside of WWE lasted as long as Rusev did. 24 hours. Rusev Day, 24 hours. And then Stephanie met Rhea.
My brain broke. I'll be real.
Sammy hit the meanest dance moves of all time.
He did.
Karrion Kross thinks Sami Zayn is a liar. It is not a good guy, but a bad guy. But yet they won't re-sign him, even though everyone popped when he was on screen.
Because at some point, the bell does have the ring.
Yeah. And he will be fine in the ring.
Name me 5 great Karrion Kross matches right now.
Off the top of my head.
Off the top, rip. I can name you 5 Rhea Ripley matches that are great off the top of my head.
Dude, he's wrestled like 5 matches in the last 5 years, it feels like.
But if you're such this big Karrion Kross guy, you stop typing. No.
I'm not typing.
Uh-huh.
I'm not typing.
NXT 2021.
Let's see. Yeah, it was match versus Adam Cole, which was a banger.
Sure, Killer Cross.
You had Keith Lee.
These are all NXT black and gold.
Yes, it is. Because they haven't put him in that many matches on the main roster, dude. He's wrestled at 1 PLE since he's been called up.
No, he's wrestled multiple.
He did Saudi. Well, Saudi Arabia, Saudi Arabia. Those don't count. He had a good match against Johnny Gargano on NXT Black and Gold. His match versus Drew on the main roster was solid.
The Steel Cage one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good match.
That was a solid match. I need one more. Trying to think of one more.
Do you name any since NXT has rebranded to 2.0 and afterwards?
Can I name one? I just named Drew.
Yeah, you got one.
Well, he had his Mania match.
That was an okay match.
It was an okay match, but you said, can you even name one? I just did. Fuck you, bozo. Another Karrion Kross match that was good on the main roster. Trying to think.
Typing's not gonna help you, buddy.
I'm not
They're gonna be like black and gold match, black and gold match, black and gold match.
Just trying to think of matches he's had. I can think of like that on an actual show.
Karrion Kross versus baseball bat. That was a good match.
Well, that was a banger.
You've seen that stuff, right?
I mean, he was in the Rumble.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You've seen that clip though of him breaking a baseball bat.
Oh, absolutely. He broke 2.
Yeah. Apparently, people break their arms doing that.
Yeah, he's just like
honestly. If they don't re-sign Cross, that's your TNA World Champion.
Yes. And then Raw ended with El Grande Americano qualified for Money in the Bank
against CM Punk and AJ Styles.
Yes.
What the fuck are we doing?
They're not cooking. That's what.
What the fuck? Why? That field looks like shit in the first place, and you decide not to put either AJ Styles or CM Punk. I would prefer the CM Punk. AJ Styles has kind of like been mid lately, but like either of those would have been better.
And then CM Punk acknowledged that we want true chant, saying, "How dare you chant for somebody that's not here?"
People thought he was being serious.
Yeah, no, he was literally directly because they did the same thing with him for years.
For 10 years.
So the official fields for Money in the Bank. On the men's side, LA Knight, Penta, Andrade, Solo Sikoa, Seth Rollins, and El Grande Americano. The women's side, Stephanie Vaca, Alexa, Roxanne Perez, Naomi, Rhea, and Julia.
Coughing Baby versus Hydrogen Bomb. If I've ever seen a field. If I've ever seen one. If I've ever seen one. What the fuck is this men's match?
I have so many hot takes for that women's match.
What is this men's match?
It's a match.
So, okay. Here's the problem with this money in the Bank lineup. We'll get some predictions. Everyone in that women's match could definitely win and definitely have a decent run. Right?
Here's what I'll say.
You may not like Rhea Ripley winning that. I know.
I think that would ruin. That is the worst outcome of that match.
I don't think so. Anyways, but that men's thing, there's.
Do you want to know how they?
There's two.
You know how you fix that Money in the Bank code? That Money in the Bank.
You put CM Punk there.
Ready? No, ready? You take Solo and you take Americano, El Grande Americano out, and you put either Punk, Styles, Cross, Carmelo Hayes.
Aleister Black was in that solo match.
There's guys who you take those two out and you put any of those two in. Mm-hmm. We're looking at this differently. Andrade, absolutely. Penta, absolutely. LA Knight, absolutely. Seth, absolutely. Those two are ruining that because you add CM Punk, and the story is if CM Punk wins, he's the knight in shining armor to saving Cena from leaving the WWE with the title. Mm-hmm. You put in Cross and you give what the people have been wanting, and that's a big cross push.
Sure.
Mello, people are so ready to jump on the Mello bandwagon. It's crazy. AJ Styles, old savvy vet. Cena holds the titles. They had a great trilogy.
We're not getting mad. They said that.
New guy. What? What?
They said we're not getting the Styles Cena match.
Yeah, we're not getting Styles Cena. But there's so many options you could have done there, but they just chose not to.
Let me remind you of the field last year. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You had LA Knight, which we've been over this more over and over again. He doesn't really need the Money in the Bank at this point. He is a fighter that can jump into the main card if you need him. You have Drew McIntyre, who did win the match and is one of the greats of last year. Literally had the greatest year last year. Consistent. Carmelo Hayes, who again, like you just said, everyone's ready to just have the chance to get on the bandwagon. They just need a push. Mm-hmm. Andrade was in the match again. He died last year in that match. You have Jey Uso, who is really high, got really hot, and he was great in that match, and he is now a world champion. And you have Chad Gable, who's not in this year's match.
But Chad than El Grande.
That's the thing. Chad Gable had people saying he should dethrone Gunther at 666 days at WrestleMania 40. That was a serious take. Everyone was, and even I was like,
I was fine with it.
I was fine with it. I wasn't like I think Sami Zayn was the proper choice, but I was
I
fine with
wasn't
it.
jumping on it, but I was fine with it.
Exactly. But people wanted that to happen. To break a record-breaking reign. You
Mhm.
wanted Chad Gable WrestleMania under the big bright lights. And they did not give him the ball. But they give him this gimmick, 3-4 weeks before Mania? And now it's like, we're gonna hand him anytime. He has not lost a match.
Yeah.
He's 7-0 since this gimmick started. What the fuck are we doing? Why can't Chad Gable be Chad Gable? Why do we have to be under this gimmick for him to get any momentum from above? Chad Gable has been plug and play before now, and now there's like, here's the ball with this stupid ass gimmick that should not have lasted past Mania, as me and you have both been a record for.
It's bad. It was funny to start. It was actually a funny gimmick.
Yeah.
And then it overran its course. Like, where's Ray Phoenix? Ray Phoenix could be in this match and no one would complain.
Alice, any of those guys in SmackDown could be in this match.
Yes.
But no, let's go to a fucking Starbucks drink and have him do his stupid ass fucking bullshit.
Cena says he wants to start a horror movie.
Yeah, it's called your retirement tour.
Balor, today marks 1 year since Balor won a singles match.
Today, as we're recording this, marks the 3-year anniversary of Cody versus Seth in Hell in a Cell.
Oh. Tony Khan tells AEW fans not to gatekeep the promotion.
Real.
And then NXT happened. Nothing crazy happened.
Yeah. Not like Mariah May showed up at the second hour of the show.
Yeah, Mariah May is now in WWE. Steve will be getting a new name.
It's me, May Mariah.
No, the rumor is it's gonna be Mariah Saints.
That was a false report.
Thank God.
Hallelujah. You gotta check the names. That was Russell.
Dude, I just read it quick and was like, please no.
No.
It's a scroll.
So a lot of people are questioning why she's in NXT. A lot of people are like, we don't want another like fake NXT World Championship ring. I think my theory on why they went so fast between Julia and Stephanie and everything was because they got so many people all at the same time.
Dude, they just had 4 people up. 5 people up.
They had to make people feel important immediately and then get them up to the main roster. It was never we want this to be serious. They wanted for them to feel special to the audience and then get them up as soon as possible. And see where the gauge was. Like they know Stephanie's now their horse rather than Julia. We know from what they showed at No Mercy that Julia was initially going to be the person they wanted to be the face of this new generation of women's wrestling from across the world. But they realized that Stephanie Figueroa was going to need more of a pop.
Mm-hmm. I'm fine with it. They also they just called up Julia, Stephanie,
Jordan,
Roxanne,
and soon probably to be a few more.
Like they just stacked that women's card with more talent. They can't just then throw another one in.
And like the women's division in NXT is perfectly fine. I know that people are like questioning what's going to happen in the NXT women's division. I'll go back to what it was before those 3 showed up.
And look, now you get Mariah May to lead it.
Yeah, Mariah May. You have found. I can't believe this.
You still have Kalani Jordan.
You have Kalani Jordan. You have Sol Ruka. You have Daria.
I think Sol Ruka's the next women's call up. That's not Mariah May.
Sure.
At this point, because they're like really trying to feature her on everything they do NXT wise, women's wise now.
I think they might wait a little bit just because she is.
I think they will wait a bit.
I think Tatum Paxley might be the call up because look, the storyline with Tatum is that she's been looking for friends and Lyra's sitting right there.
It's gonna be Mariah. Mariah, you got a new Tony.
So say that can get really gay as fuck, and
it will get gay as fuck. What do you mean?
I love it. I love it.
Sheamus on R-Truth and Carlito's departure. It's not as much as an end. It's a bit of a break for some people because they will leave and then just come back.
Mm-hmm.
Carlito left for 13 years and then returned.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens doesn't know if he will return to the ring after recovering from his neck surgery.
Honestly, I think he should just retire.
I think it sounds like this.
Because not that I want him to retire. First of all, that his last match against his best friend, best way to go out. And if your neck is trained that bad, I don't want you to die.
It's officially announced Okada vs Omega, winner takes all at all in.
I'm listening to his first thing.
Osprey then says, only reason AEW sucks is because Moxie's the world champ.
Maybe don't say AW sucks.
It's his character.
It's not.
Once again, the president of London, the mayor of London, sorry. Wants Mania in London.
Yeah.
Jey Uso named his top 5 video games.
Go on, name them.
Number 5, FIFA. Number 4, Mortal Kombat. Number 3, Street Fighter. Number 2, Tekken. Number 1, Call of Duty.
This is never spoken. This list has been just like, I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer too, guys. And you are a gamer, but you're the gamer in the most basic way possible. That's what they're
Dude, I'll be honest. My 5 would be basic as shit, too.
My 5 is a bunch of story games that are considered some of the greatest games of all time. And it's basic as hell. But like,
Say.
FIFA.
I mean, Arkham City would make my list. Minecraft would make my list.
Better than fucking FIFA.
Madden would make my list, and that's probably the game I play most every year because fuck EA Sports. EA Sports is the most. We talked about a toxic relationship. EA casually fucks 1 billion people a year. Dave Worms gets the game again the next year.
It's an abusive relationship, yeah.
Jey Uso named the artist he currently listens to. If you thought the video games was a basic ass list, NSYNC.
That's real. No, that's kind of real. That's
Young
real.
Jeezy, Gucci
No.
Mane, Kendrick,
Who
J.
the fuck
Cole.
is Young Jeezy?
I don't know, and Usher.
Usher in 2025?
He liked the cherry.
Okay.
Oh,
Sure.
I'll look up who Young Jeezy is.
What's the Spotify?
I can't even find him.
Young. It's how do you spell it?
You spell it like Young. Oh, he's a rapper. He has 2 big songs.
Is he just Jeezy? No?
Yeah, Jeezy. But like, if you look at one of his album covers, it
Holy
says,
shit!
what?
I'm looking at the numbers. It goes 199 million,
To
283
183
million,
to 64.
and then 64.
Yep.
I want to put this.
Rollins wants Punk gone.
I'm trying to figure out if I've heard this before.
So the best storyline in NXT is going on right now. Obviously, we have Jasper Troy getting ready to face Oba. But that's not the best LFG storyline going on. Have you followed Shallow Hill's Twitter?
No, I haven't.
So you don't know what's going on.
No, I know that Leah Laurel changed her name and now she's involved right now.
Yeah. That's because someone asked. It's like they used her legal name on the show.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to have a wrestle under her legal name.
You know what's even funnier? Someone took her tag, her at, for the name that she was going to go under. The moment they saw that someone took it, and she doesn't have access to it.
Nice. So the fact you haven't been keeping up with Shallow Hill's Twitter tells me you don't know that he's on the dark web.
What do you mean by that, Caleb?
He's on the dark web. He bought shit from the dark web. He bought a pair of boots.
Boots?
Bloody boots. Bloody boots.
What the fuck is he doing? On this episode, how to implicate yourself in a crime.
And he's been making Twitter videos of here's what, and it's like, which one should I order? I ordered them. Here's the shipping. It's coming then. And then made a video with like a dark light of the boots. So it's the meme of Jasper Troy. Can Silo Hill subplot is just him in like that whole Roblox room. The SpongeBob meme.
And yeah, you probably shouldn't put those boots on. Yeah, no shit. What the fuck? My guy, what the fuck are you doing?
Apparently there's some issues between WWE and
Those aren't like just like barely covered. Those are doused in blood. What the fuck are you doing?
yeah.
Why on this side? He's an AI robot? What the fuck?
Yeah. Thoughts?
I'm so I'm lost for words.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a subplot.
Go ahead. I think I'm
There's
talking Tyler Mayfield.
been a bit of a falling out between The Rock and WWE because apparently it was miscommunicated that The Rock thought WWE was going to send a private jet so he could train with Gallus. WWE thought he'd use his own private jet.
The Rock's new movie looks good though.
So I just watched a clip of Speed jumping into his entire setup. Typical Speed shit.
Is it an old clip?
No, it did it today because he had 40 million YouTube subs. He's the first
okay.
YouTube streamer ever.
I don't think he's the first YouTube streamer ever, but
The first like signed YouTube. No, was it 40 or 400?
I know what you meant. I just it's definitely 40.
Oh, it might actually be 400. Dude, Speed
He's
got
not
motion
400
twin.
million. He is not
Speed got motion twin.
not 400 million motion.
It's 40.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's talk about the uncrowned power rankings.
And the reason why we have our own power rankings now.
The reason we have our own power rankings is because lists like this exist. On the men's side, 10 Gunther, 9 Logan Paul, 8 CM Punk, Dom 7, Braun 6, Jay 5, Hangman 4, Seth 3, Cody 2, and Cena made the number 1.
So obviously they do AEW inside theirs. We don't do AEW. We don't touch AEW because we're not familiar with the product as much as we should be.
Yes.
Why the fuck is John Cena one?
And motherfuckers Hangman that low.
Hangman's doing fucking fantastic.
Yeah, he should be number 1.
Like
there'd be Seth would actually have to worry about Hangman.
Also, Seth's not on that list, is he?
Doesn't miss his name? No, Seth's number 3.
But Gunther's number 10, like you said. What's he been doing?
Nothing.
Let's
get to the women's real quick. Naomi 10, Jamie Hayden 9, Bianca 8, Stephanie 7, Roxy 6, Rhea 5, Mercedes Moné 4, Toni Storm 3, Tiffany Stratton 2, Io Sky 1.
So this isn't as bad as the men's, but Tiffany Stratton, love her to death. What the fuck she been doing?
Dude, there's a lot of names. There's a lot of names on this women's list that did not even make my list.
Yeah, me too. I mean, she had one really, really good match with Nia, which is first of all hard to do.
Two names on my list that's on this list.
I got more than that.
All right. So we're gonna kick it off with ours. We'll go women's first. So I'll start us off. At number 5, I went Liv Morgan. She was on to representing WWE. She had a match segment with Io Sky. She had an okay week. She didn't win shit.
Liv Morgan's an honorable mention for me. I want to say that. I was fighting really hard to put her on this list. I just couldn't do it.
I was fighting between her and one other person. Well, I was fighting between not one. I was fighting between her. I'll tell you the rest of the people later, actually, just in case on your list.
Number 5 is Roxanne Perez.
She was one of the ones I was fighting about with if I should put it on the list.
Yeah. This is because she's making her first PLE match on the main roster this weekend, and she helped Judgment Day get a win. She's been involved in a heavy plot line, but honestly, she hasn't done much, and I can't give her a higher rating until she wins the match.
That's fair. Number 4, I went with Mariah.
I was thinking really hard.
Didn't give her a last name because we don't know what her name's going to be in WWE, but it's Mariah May.
I was fighting really hard.
Debuted in NXT. I obviously didn't have her on my list, and I'm like, no, that it's her contract expired, and like less than a week later, she was on NXT. That's rare. It's a huge online thing. She got the eyes of a lot of people by debuting so fast.
Yeah. My number 4 is Io Sky.
Did not make my list.
Here's how I can explain this. I know I knew she was going to make the list. You ever see that meme of that guy that's really that stick figure that's really depressed, that's like scribbled out, is like, and then someone walks in and they go, "Oh my god,
that's you and Io Sky."
It's oh my god, it's Io Sky. That's why.
Before I headed Mariah to the list, my 4 was Liv Morgan, my 5 was Io Sky.
Yeah. I was like, Io Sky's on my screen. I'm happy.
Yeah. I had the same reaction. Number 3, I have Julia.
Ooh.
Which I know kind of seems hot.
It's
obviously
crazy.
She had a great week last week. The biggest reason I have her on my list. She qualified for Money in the Bank last week.
No, she didn't. That was 2 weeks ago.
I don't care. I'm pushing my agendas. My biggest reason is, of everyone who's been called up, she's the only one who's been given a clear direction of where she's going. Roxanne's messing around with Judgment Day and Finn. That's the closest thing of far as this is where you're going. They made it abundantly clear that they're going for the what? Speak.
The other one that got called up with her, the one with horns, is kind of set up straight to go for the main title.
Grayson, give me a minute. Grayson,
I know, but you said the only one from the call-up who's got a clear direction. I'm like,
but she doesn't have as clear as a direction yet. It's you call someone up and you tease something to see what the reaction is. But they are pushing Julia to the perfect spot, which is the mid-card. Because I wouldn't put her in that main event scene. They're doing Julia right, and Julia's doing great with the opportunities.
My number 3 is Lyra Valkyria.
Not on my list.
She dropped down a single spot. Again, she's still got that match with Becky Lynch coming up at Money in the Bank. Again, a bigger card than Backlash. I don't know. That's all I got.
Was she wasn't on TV.
She didn't need to be on TV.
My number 2 qualified for Money in the Bank is in Naomi. Grayson's realizing something slowly.
I'm not realizing something. I'm questioning your thought process here.
Took the last qualified for Money in the Bank, beating Bianca Belair. And Jade. It was what? Who was in that match?
Don't remember.
Yeah, damn it.
It was Jade Cargill and I think Nia.
It was Jade and Nia, which isn't an easy match to win. She took the last qualifying spot. My agenda pushing with Naomi is going to come when we stop predicting Money in the Bank. But I'm pushing the Naomi agenda right now.
You continue that, buddy. Number 2 is Rhea Ripley. She might won last week. Probably should not have been one. I'll admit. That was clear agenda pushing because last week
was crazy. My run was Sol Ruka last week.
Yeah, I was gonna say last week was an agenda pushing week because it was just not good. No, but Rhea Ripley is qualified for Money in the Bank. She's got a PLE match for the fucking first time ever. She wrestles tonight when this episode goes up. Which anytime Rhea Ripley wrestles, it's a good time. So it's always best that Rhea Ripley wrestles in her TV show. When she's not wrestling in her TV show is when she starts getting criticism, and that's when she stops looking good. Keep Rhea Ripley wrestling. That's my only advice to Triple H. If you give her the title if you give her the Money in the Bank to win the title, and she wins the title, keep her wrestling. Do not let her not wrestle.
And my number, I'm hoping we have the same one.
Horn Lady?
Horn Lady.
Yeah, the devil.
That's Stephanie Vodka.
Yeah.
I mean,
this may not reflect our predictions.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
I know. Stephanie McCurry is still one of the greatest wrestlers in the world. She got called up to Raw. She had a match on right away, and she's doing double duty this weekend.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, there's a world where she doesn't win Money in the Bank, and she still might end up being at my number 1 spot.
Yeah.
Because, she's not going to – I don't think she'll win Money in the Bank. If she
Wow,
does, though.
spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, that's not my prediction to win. But if she does, I will pop. Even if I'm not watching. Actually, I might be able to catch that live and just have it listen to it while I drive home.
Mm-hmm.
And just not listen to D&D listen to that instead of D&D.
Wow.
No, I won't be. I'll have it in my headphones at work. It's also just a filler session on Saturday. Oh.
So I couldn't tell if it was growling or not.
But I mean, she pulls double duty. They're teasing via Stephanie to get a feeler out. She qualified for Money in the Bank. She has a match again Friday. She wrestles 2 times on Saturday.
That feeler, I think, might turn into a tag team, like a small tag team run, rather than a matchup.
I don't think it'll be a tag team run.
I have a feeling. Anyways, the men. I go
men,
first for the men.
Grayson cusses out at me.
Maybe.
Oh, you will.
Because he probably took Seth Rollins off first. Or he's going to put the Starbucks drink up here.
Fuck no.
My number 5 is
that down bad.
My number 5 is Sami Zayn. Featured heavily on Raw this week. Had a great moment with the fucking dance. Yeah, the dancing. Sami Zayn is always a treat to watch. In my honest opinion, I think he's a top 10 wrestler in the world. Top 10 men's wrestler in the world. Yep, I go that far. Currently wrestling, Sami Zayn is a top 10 men's wrestler. And he did great this week. He should be a world champion by the end of the year.
Seth Rollins. I'm naming 10 better than you.
Oh. I was like, 5? I'm like, buddy, he's been consistent one streak. No. It takes Io Sky took 2 weeks of being off TV to get her off the list.
Ready? Are you ready for this?
Seth Rollins.
CM Punk. Hangman.
I get Hangman.
Kenny Omega.
Current Kenny Omega?
Current Kenny Omega, who is insanely over and is wrestling way better than Sami Zayn can.
Slow Kenny Omega?
Kenny Omega is still fucking outstanding, dude.
Swerve
Strickland.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go back to the WWE side for a bit. Let's go back to the WWE side. Who do I want to pull out in the bag of tricks? Like Randy Orton?
He's been off TV for several weeks.
But you said wrestler in the world. Randy Orton is a current wrestler in the world.
I'll give you Randy.
Let's see here. You won't take Ospreay, even though you said John Moxley. John Moxley. John Moxley.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my.
John Moxley.
You know what? This is the TikTok clip. I'm also going to say his name because I wasn't going to because I know the answer. Bill Ospreay. Oh, what? What? Whoa. Of all people, you're not willing to give Moxley one, but you'll give it to Ospreay.
You're going to really make me say it?
Yes.
Moxley's certified the worst in every group he's been in. CM Punk clarified that way back then. He still is. And he still, for whatever reason, cannot wrestle.
Cody
Rhodes. He faced Samoa Joe in a steel cage, and it's still okay.
Cody Rhodes.
I've seen it. If I could get you crash out.
I was going to just sit there and say it until you gave it to him. Let's see. Not trying to go too deep into the bag of tricks. Currently, I can make the argument for Braun Breaker over Sami Zayn. Currently, I can make the argument for Jey Uso over Sami Zayn. See, who else do I want to pull? Who else do I want to pull out of the bag of tricks?
There's 7.
I know. Would you give Roman the nod? Is it because he's 2-part-time?
He doesn't wrestle.
Dominic Mysterio.
I'd say Sammy.
Wow, you let your bias go to the side.
Yeah, I put Ospreay over
it. I can't say KO because I typically would because he's hurt.
Also, really hurt. He might retire.
This should not be this hard.
He's struggling. Because Sami Zayn's a really good wrestler.
Well, because I know you want to agree with Gunther.
Also, Gunther hasn't wrestled most of the year right now. And he's faced Jey Uso 7 times and hasn't looked good in any of those matches.
Like,
not that it's his fault, but
Drew's injured, so I don't know if he'd give it to Drew.
I also think Sami Zayn's better than Drew.
Oh my god, no. Nah.
Yeah.
No.
Drew is great. Don't get me wrong.
Dude. Oh my god.
Drew is probably top 10. He's probably in his back end along with Sami Zayn. Like these final 3? Yeah.
Sami Zayn's not a top 10 male in the world.
Yes, he is.
He's not a top 10 men's wrestler in the world.
He most definitely is.
No, he is not, dude.
1,000% is.
No, he is not.
And
I'll give him top 20.
Should be a woman, no, a world champion by the end of the year. For sure. I will stand by that. That man deserves world championship more than anything in the world.
Logan Paul is my number 5.
So I can name 100 men's wrestlers better than Logan Paul.
Logan Paul, a great segment in the main event of SmackDown. A lot of it is the heel team 6 suggested. Heel team 6 carry.
You're giving him the fucking nod because of our suggestion you gave Cena?
Yes. I'm also going for the cheap review, the cheap comments of Logan Paul's on this list. You guys are fucking stupid. The engagement will go crazy, man.
The fact that I had to make the fucking edit.
Yeah, it's short to multiple people with it.
Number 4 is Bronson Reed. I decided to give Braun Breaker a break for this week. Also, Bronson Reed has been seen more as the power of this group. If they need to take someone out, they're throwing Bronson Reed at you, rather than Braun Breaker, which makes sense. And that's why I'll give him the nod here. And just get Braun Breaker off this list for a week.
My number 4 is Andrade. Qualified for Money in the Bank.
Are you doing my gimmick in it a week or two ago, where it's like, if you qualified, you're it?
Dude, I couldn't think of better reasons than you qualified for Money in the Bank, you're on the list. There's no men to me that have like a really, 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 really powerful argument to be over that. Plus, you might not know what agendas I'll be pushing right now.
My number 3 is Cody Rhodes.
Wow.
Again, anytime Cody Rhodes is on the screen, he makes wrestling better.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to argue. SmackDown's now been a better product since Cody Rhodes came back. It's hard to argue. I'm just saying facts here.
My number 3 is Dominic Mysterio.
Love to see it.
Don't have to say it's
what did he do this week?
What did he do this week? He existed.
Was he even the fucking tag match?
No, he was not in the tag.
I was gonna say Roxanne didn't even help in this week.
She helped Finn. But Dom is Dom.
I love Dom. And you know, I'll push from wherever I can. I couldn't justify bringing him back.
I put Dom on the list because the week was weak. And there's like...
Yeah, last week I could have kept him on the list, but I'd let him go.
I let him climb, man.
So until he's back on TV in a meaningful way, I can't put him back on, even though my agenda wants to push.
Mm-hmm.
My number 2 is CM Punk.
That's fair. Did not make my list back-to-back weeks.
Why?
Not on the list.
You know what I really hate about this shirt right now?
Huh.
There's only 2 of them currently wrestling.
Yeah, and one of them is the Next Star Truth. And it's not the one with the title.
Respect my goat. Also, last week you said she's the perfect mid-carder. I have that on record. I have it on tape.
I'm trying to get the crash shots from you.
I'll read a crash out when I have it.
I so tempted to piss off Miller right now. I could so Fate Spade Miller right now. In the D&D channel. My number 2 is Cody Rhodes.
Oh, Wait, look at me crazy when I say he's number 3.
Yeah, because I thought he was with number 2.
No.
Let me wait till you see it.
You're gonna Mumpet is dead, dude.
I'm waiting for Miller to comment. Now I'm gonna say better at nothing.
Anyways, my number 1 is probably your number 1 if I'm getting to guess right. It's Seth Rollins.
John Cena.
Needs to be serious.
John Cena.
If you show me your list right now, it says John Cena.
Give me a second. Give me a. Is Cena spelled with an A or an S? She.
What did you just ask?
Oh, what's up? Legitimately typed John Cena. Never had Seth Rollins listed once. Nope, never. I was committing to the bit of being funny. Okay.
It's not funny. Talking about heel scene in a positive light is not a funny thing. That's not a joke, Caleb.
It's a joke.
It's a crime.
His heel run is.
Millions suffer each and every week on Raw. It's SmackDown. Oh yeah, Seth Rollins is still one of the greatest lately, and he's still cooking. He's gonna go with the Money in the Bank, and we'll talk about what happens to him at Money in the Bank in just a second. I'm guessing we're gonna do Worlds Collide first because that's first of the night. Let's see if we'll know about any of these stars besides El Viking, whatever his second name, El Hingo.
Santos Escobar, Angel, and Berto versus El Hijo de Dr. Wagner, Pangaro, and Psycho Clown.
What are those actual names?
Huh? Yeah, those are actual names.
No, I'm saying because like you were struggling, buddy. I'm
Yes.
taking Santos and his group.
Give me Psycho Clown. I like the name.
Real. I love the name.
El Hijo del Vikingo versus Chad Gable.
That's the main event, my guy. Why are you doing that early?
I'm just listing the events on the list.
I'm gonna go with Vikingo. He's not dropping to Chad.
Yeah,
Chad
no.
Gable's doing double duty. I forgot about that. What the fuck?
No, he's not.
Shut the fuck up.
No, he's not.
Imagine it's Kaiser in the mask.
That's where he's been. Man, why'd you get so much taller and skinnier
Real.
and hotter?
I don't know, man.
Next we have Ethan Page versus Javon Evans versus Laredo Kid versus Ray Phoenix.
There's no title online, right? No, North
No
American
titles
Championship.
online.
No, North American Championship is online.
Yes.
I'm taking Ethan Page then.
Ethan Page change. Stephanie Vaca and Lola Vice versus Cheek Tormento and Days.
And it's a tag match?
It's a tag match.
I might change my agenda for this.
Lola Vice is gonna have to pull the workload.
No, I think Lola Vice is turning on Stephanie Becker. I'll take the other group just because I think Stephanie's getting turned on.
Latino World Order, Dragon.
Who are you taking?
Oh, I'm taking Lola and Stephanie.
Thank you. I need to make sure I didn't know this for the graphic.
Latino World Order versus Dragon Lee and Cruz. Latino World Order, Dragon Lee and Cruz del Toro.
LWO still exist?
Huh?
LWO still exists?
Dude, they just aren't featured on TV anymore.
I was saying they still exist?
And Lindsay Dorado versus Octagon Jr., Ario Star, and Mr. Iguana.
I'll take Octagon Junior's in his crew.
I'm taking Octagon Jr. and his crew.
Because what if I have to say LWO still exists.
All right, now the fun part. Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank, where we can have actual discussion about our predictions. Besides us just naming names.
We'll start with the women's in IC title match. It won't open the show, but it's the shortest debate. Lyra versus Becky.
Actually, there is some debate because bettors have Becky dethroning Lyra.
Yeah.
I don't like how you said that.
What?
I have Lyra retaining.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason she should drop after one feud.
Yeah, Lyra better retain.
Like, in my ideal world, this is a 150-day reign, which is almost already passed, and has multiple defenses. She's had one good defense. She needs more. So extend this a little bit longer, maybe like 200, 250, and then have drop.
Real.
SummerSlam. There you go. Perfect place.
Then we'll go to the Money in the Bank matches.
Not the tack.
Because that's already announced as the main event.
Why is this a 4-card match? First of all, we didn't talk about that. Why is there only 4 matches?
I don't know. Grayson, heads or tails?
2023 had 7 matches.
Grayson, heads or tails?
Tails.
We talk women's first, in case I have to write this down. We talk women's first. That's tails.
Okay.
I flipped the coin for where we go first. Women's Money in the Bank match. Alexa Bliss versus Roxanne Perez versus Rhea Ripley versus Julia versus Naomi versus Stephanie Rucker.
Let's start with how can they win this match? How can this ruin this great field that they have?
I'm gonna tell you who the weak link is, and it's a good problem to have this person as the weak link.
You tell me who the weak link is, because
The person who is most likely to have a bad bot in this match is Rhea Ripley, because it's the first ladder match.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I don't know if it's a first ladder match for sure.
It is no, it's not her first ladder. I know she said that in her promo, but it's not her first ladder match. It's her first Money in the Bank match.
I think Rhea Ripley is, and it's not always on her when her matches have a botch, but she has the biggest history of matches, including a botch.
Everyone watches, first of all. Remember last year when Zoe Stark missed the ladder? I'm sorry. That clip is too funny. I played over my head and I need to have like a good laugh.
And I'm not saying weak is a loose term in this match because there's no one weak.
There is.
No.
There is.
No, there's not.
There is.
No.
It's the woman who hasn't had chances to wrestle because they kept her off TV. It's Alexa.
Alexa's going to be fine. It's Alexa.
She'll be fine. She is the weak link, though.
Alexa's going to cook.
She has got the most ring rust of anyone in that match.
Yeah.
Not to say there's much.
In her one match. She looked great in her one match.
Exactly. But I'm saying that I think that she's the most likely to be weak in this match. There's going to be someone who looks weak. It happens. But I think Alexa Bliss isn't the worst option to win this title. Win this briefcase. But is the weak link here. Just because she hasn't had enough time to wrestle on TV. She'll get a massive pop, though.
Yes. All right. One by one. We're going to play this game like we would in Elimination Chamber.
Let's not do that.
One person who's not winning.
Who's not winning?
Yes.
For sure?
Yes, who's not winning?
Julia.
Agreed. Julia's not winning.
Because she's
going for the US title.
That too. But she's also struggling to get a pop, and I don't think you want to give the people who are struggling to get a pop right now the briefcase. It's not going to help pop. Look at Austin Theory. That's a prime case of why you don't have the guy who's struggling to get a pop the briefcase. You give them actual momentum.
Yes. Who else isn't winning this match?
I think Alexa Bliss is not going to become a 2-time.
I would agree. I do not think Alexa Bliss is a 2-time winner.
I do think it'd be really funny if Charlotte becomes a 2-time Rumble winner, Bianca becomes a 2-time Elimination Chamber winner, and Alexa becomes a 2-time
it'd be hilarious.
Money in the Bank winner. Because then I'm like, what the fuck is Triple H cooking?
I'm also going to step in and say this. Stephanie Rucker, I do not think will win. Because one, it feels accelerated. Two, the tweet you sent me of I think she is perfect to win the Rumble in 2026.
Yes. Also, that TikTok, super off topic because it won't be posted here. That TikTok makes me know everything about that podcast. They do not know anything about what's wrestling.
I'll watch it. But to me, it's one, it feels really fast. From the same week you get called up, you win Money in the Bank. That feels insanely fast. I think they really are going to spend the next few months building her as this top star and have her win the Rumble in 2026.
I do think Vancouver is a good shot for Rumble.
And I think that's just that's my entire reasoning if she's not in my consideration.
I think they might hand her Chamber instead.
I wouldn't hate that. I think she wins one of those two. I
Because-
think she's one of those two.
Because the Chamber winner always goes to the second title holder or like the less prominent title holder for that person. I think Stephanie Baker fits that better right now. I think they might give the Rumble winner to an established star like an Io Sky, a Roxanne Perez, someone who's been here for a few years rather than just arrived on the scene. As much as I would love to see Stephanie win.
I'll be interested to see what happens. It also depends what the next few months look like.
True.
Does she establish herself as a top star? We'll find out.
Yeah.
So they do the War Games women's match of Team NXT of women of NXT versus top stars of the main roster. Fuck yeah. That leaves us Roxy, Rhea, and Naomi.
I know a lot of people want it to happen. Naomi's not winning.
Naomi in the Bank 2025.
Whoa.
Naomi in the Bank.
Remember we called out our Money in the Bank winners a few weeks ago, and you're like, Stephanie Kerr. I'm like, I don't even think she'll qualify. And you're like, she'll qualify. I love how you did not follow through on that.
Agenda pushing.
Naomi is your winner.
Yes.
Why? Give me your reason why.
It's as much of I look at the group and say, who makes sense to be Miss Money in the Bank? Obviously, Alexa does. It feels wrong with Alexa. Julia is dangling in the mid card. Stephanie feels too fast. My huge thing with Rhea is I feel like it's the wrong thing to do for the company.
Oh yes, because this company has made so many great decisions lately.
Yes, and I'm hoping they make the right one and not give it to Rhea Ripley, which I know people think Rhea Ripley deserves Money in the Bank. I'm going to tell you now, I know she's not your prediction, so is Rhea Ripley winning the Royal Rumble in your eyes?
The Royal Rumble.
I mean, the Money in the Bank.
I mean, she already won a Royal Rumble. I have.
But is she winning Money in the Bank? Because I know the agenda you've been pushing the last few weeks for Money in the Bank. Are you sticking with the agenda you've been pushing?
I'm not going to tell you my answer right now.
Are you picking Roxanne Perez or not?
I'm trying to figure out your answer right now. I need you to discuss why Naomi. So I can tell you
Roxanne Perez was the only other name I considered.
Sure.
Because the argument for Roxanne Perez is insanely easy to make.
Mm-hmm.
It is insanely easy to make. The prodigy, the future face of women's wrestling. The idea is she's in 20 years the woman we're talking about being the greatest women's wrestler of all time. Already gotten her battle scars. She feels like the Tiffany Stratton from last year.
So let me tell you what happens if Naomi wins. She's failing to cash in.
The reason I do not think it is Roxanne Perez is I think they really want to hammer down this Judgment Day storyline with her. And I feel like Money in the Bank gadget because whatever the fuck fell. Fuck that falling thing.
That's fun.
I feel like it will start to take away from it. Unless the storyline they play is Dom likes the idea of being with the woman who is the Miss Money in the Bank. Jason.
I think this Judgment Day storyline is filler.
That is also very possible, except for the fact that Liv Morgan in an interview said that Roxanne Perez failed because there was no range with those chicky nuggies. And you know damn well if it didn't matter, Liv wouldn't be talking about it outside of the company.
She also talked about her history with Rhea Ripley all throughout that run. So clearly she has been known to want to do things and not follow through.
My whole thing against Roxy is just I feel like there's a lot of other stuff they want to do with her that Money in the Bank pushes to the side.
Sure.
Now, what does Naomi in the Bank? Man, is that tornado coming? Because that sounded like a tornado siren. My huge thing with Naomi in the Bank, and This was a decision I made today, and there's a 50-50 chance I text Jason tomorrow. Like, man, I really fucked up my pick. There's a chance I do that. There's a chance Saturday, right before the match, Jason gets a text to me of what the fuck was I thinking on Thursday. But the reason I'm going with Naomi is it feels like that then starts to generate a clear-cut path for everything, considering what we've all been rumored with doing with the World Championship, with what they want to do at WrestleMania next year. And Triple H isn't someone who likes to just rush everything. It feels like he can start that path to a eventual Bianca Jade Mania through Naomi. Naomi wins Money in the Bank, holds it for a few months, keeps picking with Jade, and eventually start that with Naomi. Bianca eventually beats Naomi for that World Women's Championship and becomes Women's Champion. And if what I think happens, Stephanie wins the Royal Rumble in 2026, goes on to challenge the champion that's not Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill wins Elimination Chamber. We get the Bianca Belair Jade Cargill WrestleMania match everyone's been wanting for years. And it's all due to meet Naomi in the Bank. So while Naomi is, to the fan base, a very popular pick, I know a lot of people don't want Naomi in the Bank. I think it's the ultimate reward for what she's done because she's been one of the best heels in wrestling for the last few weeks.
So the reason why I think Naomi is not winning is because I don't think they're going any farther than SummerSlam. And SummerSlam is setting up to not have a title change any time in between them. I don't think Bianca's going to face Tiffany. I don't think Jade's going to face Tiffany at SummerSlam. I don't think any of those in the cards for Tiffany. I don't know what the fuck is in the cards for Tiffany because there's no fucking area there.
I don't know what's going on with that.
But this briefcase is not making it past SummerSlam. I can tell you that right now.
And that's why I think it's a quick turnaround.
And so I think if Naomi wins, there's a good possibility she does. I'm not saying you're fucking crazy for it. It's been a big possibility. It's been a big thing a lot of people want. So maybe they'll listen. But I think if she wins that briefcase, she's failing to cash in.
I don't think so.
I think she'll be the first one to fail to cash in. Because this Naomi has been known in the last however fucking months not to win. She has not. She hasn't won a meaningful match in a fucking long time besides her qualifier. When's the last time you heard about Naomi winning? When she was with Bianca Belair. Oh my god! Oh, you made a prediction. That's right.
Yeah, if you give me the prediction, I can bullshit my way around it.
So the reason why I hate that the vacuum's going right now.
There's one name you can't say here. That would make me crash. There's one name you can't say. There's one name you can't say. The issue is I can't guarantee you're not saying the other name because you've argued it on Twitter.
The reason why Rhea Ripley would not be a good Money in the Bank winner is because it's the cheap way to get her back on top. Is it an easy way? Sure. And Triple H may take the easy way. I think this is Occam's razor. The simplest choice is the right choice. You take Roxanne Perez, you put the Rocket right in her back. And you know what? This Judgment Day stuff, easy filler. Could easily abandon this shit in 2 weeks. Cash on Io or Tiffany both work because she has a history with both now. With Io, with the whole stuff that she was doing before she got called up. And the Tiffany stuff from NXT. She has the history of both of them. Use it properly. Cash on either or. Doesn't fucking matter. I know she's a Raw brand person. Maybe wait till the end of the draft. I don't know. But still. Like, I think Roxanne Perez, the face of the next 20 years of women's wrestling. She's only 23 years old. Give her the rocket. Strap it onto her. I know I said this last year with Carmella Hayes, but I think it's different. I think they have an actual plan with Roxanne Perez. They've shown that they have an idea for Roxanne Perez. Yeah. And if this stuff has been filler, it's been filler. They needed something for her to do. They need to keep her still prevalent in the minds of the audience. So they've given her the Judgment Day stuff. They know it'll get pops. They know it'll get clicks, especially with Dominic. So they used it. I think Roxanne Perez easily could get the Rocket strapped on her back and simply just go for one of the world titles. I don't think she needs to make a pit stop at the mid card. Would it be good? Sure. But I don't think it's needed, especially with Lyra in her position she's currently in. She needs more solid defenses to get people more on the Lyra train, as we've seen that people are starting to get on that train. So my idea here is just get her to the top as fast as possible.
Yeah. No, and like I said, I won't bitch if either Naomi or Roxy win. I won't. The only one that I would genuinely be unhappy with winning is Rhea Ripley.
Why?
I think it is the worst thing WWE can do to themselves.
Why?
It's the second worst thing they can do to themselves at this PLE. I think I'm starting to have the same gripe with Rhea Ripley as you have with Gunther. Because it feels like everything she has to do has to be centered around that title.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good. That's a right.
And I am. If she wins Money in the Bank, it's just more excuse for Rhea Ripley to be on the title.
What if she
I
fails?
need non-title.
What if she fails?
If she fails, I fucking love it. She won't because it's Rhea Ripley, and they will do anything they can to push Rhea Ripley.
Hey, Caleb. Besides the qualifier, when's the last time Rhea Ripley won a match?
Says a qualifier? I don't fucking know, and I don't fucking care.
She has not won a match since she won the title from Liv Morgan.
But
besides the qualifier,
I need Rhea Ripley to go on a no title picture feud. Go feud with Stephanie Bucker for the next few months. Go feud with Stephanie Bucker for a few months.
I would love it. It's not going to happen.
Don't feud with, honestly, don't feud with Lyra even.
I've been saying that. It's not going to happen.
I don't want her around the world title right now.
That's fair. No, it's a fair criticism. I'm just...
That's my thing. That's my huge thing, is I need her away from the title picture.
You also got to think about evolutions in less than a month. Or no,
and I get it's the whole idea is have your top stars be around at the big show. Rhea Ripley doesn't need to be in a world title feud. Let her do something that gets her in the mid card of that show and gives us a banger mid card show. Jordan Grace, Rhea Ripley, crossband match.
So I think I'm coming to the consensus that Triple H doesn't know how to build the mid card, mostly because he never was in the mid card, or it's been 30 years since he was in the mid card. And with the top people he has, he struggles to put them in the mid card because he thinks it's a demotion rather than a exploration of ideas. So, if you're wanting more multiple time IC and US champions, I don't think it's happening. But yeah, I see your concern, and it's valid. It's a valid concern with Rhea Ripley. I just don't see that it could be a full problem, especially if she fails her cash in. I think if Rhea Ripley wins and she fails her cash in, because everything this year has gone wrong for her. She won the title on the 6th of January. Everything since then, she's lost. Besides the qualifier, she has lost her matches. She's lost her titles. She's lost everything. They actually explore that like they should. We're rolling in dough. But it's a valid concern. I understand your concern.
That's my big thing is I need diversity from her.
No, it's a valid concern. I fully get it.
You ready to talk men's?
Sure thing. Out of the 6 men here, who do you think has the worst chance of winning this match?
Let's talk about the guys in the match. Solo, LA Knight, Penta, Seth Rollins, Andrade, and El Grande Americano.
Who do you think has the lowest chance of winning this match?
Solo Sikoa.
Clearly.
It says Solo Sikoa. I know who we want to say.
Well, yeah, what we would say versus, reality is completely different.
The fact that there's the little creeping feeling that he could win this match is why I just can't
I think he's the second most likely person in this match.
To win or lose?
To win. In WWE's mind, if WWE is ranking who's going to win this match, El Grande Americano would be second. Did you know his mask sold out before it came out?
That's wild.
It didn't ship until this week. It was put on the fucking shop 2 weeks ago, and it's sold out
Interesting.
in the first week. Anyways,
Interesting.
no, I think in WWE's mind, El Gran Americano would be the second person to win this match. In my mind, that should be Penta. I'll give you a little spoiler, yes. Caleb is reading.
I'll tell you later. It's weird.
Oh, okay.
It's weird. Next lowest chance. I do think it's Penta to me.
Ooh. That low?
I am pushing an agenda.
Clearly. It's not the Penta agenda. I don't like that agenda then.
I know Penta's also
in my mind, it's probably the guy you want is the second person to win, and that'd be Andrade. I think Andrade has the second lowest chances to win this match, I guess.
Keep him around. Because it makes it later interesting.
I got that part.
So I keep
I can infer. I love her also running almost in 2 hours in this fucking episode.
You know what? Honestly, let's skip this part. Top 3 candidates to win. Just go. Top 3 candidates.
3 in my mind. LA Knight. Number 2, Penta. Number 1, I'll leave up to when we actually say the winner.
My number 3 is LA Knight. My number 2 is Seth Rollins.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Yes, we are, Grayson.
No, we're not.
Grayson, we're doing this.
No, we're not.
We're doing it, Grayson. Grayson, we're doing it.
Why?
It's Money in the Bank. We're getting wild. Tell us why Seth Rollins is winning the Rumble on your eyes.
He's not winning the Rumble.
I mean, winning Money in the Bank.
Second time we've done that today.
Say why he's winning Money in the Bank.
It's again. Sometimes I'll come straight to this shit. Seth Rollins is on top of the world. We've said this for weeks on end right now. Seth Rollins is the best wrestler in WWE. And he's part of the top group. This group is already unbeatable with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed backing him up. We've said that before, right? Right? We've said that.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you give more power to the group that you want to destroy WWE as it is right now? How do you give more power to them? Give them the key to put fear into both your shitty champions with one simple thing. I'm sorry, if I'm Jey Uso and I see Bronson Reed coming from the fucking audience and I see Braun Breaker coming down the ramp and then I see Seth Rollins slowly creeping up, you're fucked. That's fear. That's real fear. That sets up a great match between any of the other two, Bronson Reed or Braun Breaker, or John Cena. Seth Rollins has it out for John Cena still. He said that on multiple occasions. Mm-hmm. Put the fear of God into him. And the fear of God is Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker putting you into a fucking Oreo. Seth Rollins can hold all the cards in one match. And it makes it so much more compelling. Mm-hmm. Why the fuck do you Andrade win this match?
You see me have Andrade.
Because that's the only person left, unless you are like, yes, Andrade and Americano actually win this match. Because
the keyword here is predictions, not who do I want to win.
Oh, God.
Grayson, he wore Chad Gable's boots the other night. Or Chelsea Green's, we don't know. He is by far the most annoying gimmick we have in wrestling. El Grande Americano is not winning Money in the Bank.
Oh, thank God. I did not want to make a graphic that had El Grande Americano winning.
I don't even think he'll end up in the match. I think they'll make some bullshit excuse if he got injured and Chad.
Maybe. Let's hope so.
I'm a bold man today. I'm a bold man. I could have easily taken the 2 easy picks of Shannon and Seth.
Like I did.
Like you did. But I have a pair of balls and you don't.
I'm sorry. I also win with the agenda. Second of all, with the right choice.
I'm going with Andrade. I am bold today with Andrade.
Hey, as things currently stand today, Andrade can only cash in on one champion. That's kind of the consensus lately. That's John Cena.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you want a second failed cash in this time around?
Well, as of now, because draft, he's gonna end up on Raw with Jay, and he'll cash in on Jay.
If you say so.
But Andrade, he has everything. He's a former speed champion, which means a lot.
Well, Andrade Americano's our speed champion. If you got.
Well, fuck him. He doesn't matter. He doesn't exist. He's a figment of our imagination.
By the way, that happened a month ago. I forgot it existed. Yeah.
My prediction said too much shit. Ain't you?
Are you changing it again?
No, it was always Seth.
Okay, go ahead.
I was like, who is the most realistic answer I could give that you'd believe? I'd pick.
I didn't believe it being Andrade, but I do. But you have been on record in the past of just saying out of fucking pocket shit to see if it sticks. It worked for you once at one of the PLEs. I don't remember which one.
Actually, you know what? Actually, I'm not taking. I'm not going to take. I'm going to actually officially change my pick. I'm officially changing my pick.
I was really trying to hit 2 hours right now.
Oh no, we could with the next match too.
You have another match in this card.
Yes, my official prediction is Penta. Does not win.
I prefer it.
I'm sticking with Andrade. I'm gonna stick with Andrade. I'm sticking with Andrade. I'm gonna go Andrade.
Okay, that's official. That's gonna be in the graphic.
Yeah.
Anyways, next match is the heel team 6 versus
heel team 6.
Cody.
Fuck them. They don't.
Why is Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso in a fucking tag match again?
I don't know, and I don't know why they're losing again.
They're gonna lose.
Yes.
What the fuck are we doing? How to make one of your champions look ooh. This is the main event, right? They've converted to be the main event?
Yes.
I know what's happening.
What's happening, The Rock?
No. Seth Rollins is cashing in.
Oh!
You got 2 of the champions down? Best time to go. And my question is, does that make it a fatal 5-way at that point in time for one of the titles? Because both champions are down. Logan Paul and Cody Rhodes are officially part of that match. Seth Rollins is cashing in. Does that mean he wins that match? No.
I'm changing my prediction again. I'm going Seth Rollins. Crazy convince me.
Seth Rollins cashes in. Don't know.
I'm still here for it.
What are those rules? That's.
Well, Jay eats the pin. He cashes in after everyone's on the ground.
But does the rule? Because remember WrestleMania 31 when Seth first cashed.
But he cashed in after the match, not during the match.
No, he cashed in during the match.
But yes, but I think here he'd cash in after the match and wait to see who loses.
But would it be more interesting? Everyone's down. Seth is taking his time to jump in, like he did with fucking WrestleMania 31.
I don't think Seth would. I don't think Seth would at this point.
Well, he kills Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Everyone would be done in the first place. If he cashes in the match, if it's still going on, does that make it a fatal 5-way? Does this make it an easy way for Cody Rhodes to get his championship back? By pinning Logan Paul. Because he doesn't have it before. If it's fatal 5-way, anyone can get pinned. The match is over.
What title's on the line?
That's the question. Both Jay and John are in the match. Are both of them on the line? Is one of them on the line? It's a curious situation. I want to see it happen, so I'm throwing the Hail Mary out there that none of them are winning. It's
okay. I will take heel team 6.
I'm just putting a big X in mind, being like, watch the episode, bitches.
Real.
That's my prediction. No one's winning. Someone's cashing in. I think it would just be so much more interesting. If they don't do that, we have to officially submit our documents to WWE to be writers. Because the fuck, how do you manage to put the main event with 2 champions in there in the Money in the Bank and not have anyone cash in?
Okay, we need to talk about something, dude.
Oh no. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about two things. Yeah,
Oh, Liv Morgan has a stalker.
he got arrested.
Not yeah, and so does Roxanne Perez also has a stalker.
Not a stalker. Someone who's wishing her to be dead.
Oh yeah. Oh, she also had a stalker.
Who?
You didn't hear someone else posted her address online.
Yeah, the guy who's been trying to see Roxanne dead. The account it's called
like
Is
that.
Roxy Dead? Not to give them clout, but that's what they were. They're banned now, and then WWE's taking care of it. And they post her address.
Yeah.
I'm happy Roxanne Perez is okay.
Oh, absolutely.
But what the fuck? I hope she moves.
Mm-hmm.
Because what the fuck?
She better move.
Yeah, goddamn. That's fucked up, man.
Wesley's on the ball right now.
Hey, Kale, how's that call up the year going for you, buddy?
Hey, man, Carmelo Hayes is not doing shit. Carmelo Hayes was my official call up of the year.
Uh-huh.
But Wesley is that NG really cooked him.
Classic clip. Yeah.
I don't know the clip.
Go ahead.
I don't know the clip. I'm ignoring the clip.
I have plenty of clips from this episode. We have 2 hours of clips to go through.
Mm-hmm. All right. Outro us.
All right, wonderful. Next week we'll recap Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank. Is there another PLE? There probably is.
No, we have just reactions next.
Okay. We'll recap Money in the Bank and Worlds Collide next week, and we'll talk about whatever the fuck happens this weekend. But until then, remember, like, subscribe, do whatever on whatever podcasting format you prefer. But until next week, bye-bye.
Peace.